much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carried out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Moore brought him down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
This is Sony Michel. He grew up a few miles north of here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This is fielded at the 27. Breaks through the contact. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 32-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Second and 11. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Sony Michel on the
back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Dolphins.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 49-yard line.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Michel working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Mayfield. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. a fourth-round pick. It's Kalen Ballage. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for New England. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Michel. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
23-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
At the 10-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
10-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They run it with Balaj. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. That's out to the left and complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And goal.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check right 45. All day, baby, all day.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Complete.
One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 25-yard line. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Third down and 7 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Touchdown, New
Odell
England.
Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Patriots 16, Dolphins nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Oh, here we go. Oh, hot up. 56, the mark, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Campbell making the catch. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Moves to 2nd and 10.
Mayfield. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Kill.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal operating from the 8-yard line.
The 8-yard line.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
14.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Patriots 23, Dolphins nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Paris Campbell now on the return. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
On the ground, this is Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Touchdown.
Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
The quarterback set.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And now here is another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On second down, Michel. And he gets it down to the 32.
Number 26.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
33.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Again, it's Taylor. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Kenny Moore brought it.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
At the 31-yard line.
Check, 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 check.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Single receiver. Hey, over there. Single receiver.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
For Preston Williams. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down.
And this offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
40-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So despite the huge deficit, They're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A 58-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late point and then